Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for our stitch along, and we're going to be doing drizzle stitch and making a flower using drizzle stitch. So if you haven't come across drizzle stitch before, it's a Brazilian embroidery stitch, and they say it's best worked with a straw needle, and you're basically creating cast-ons like those used in a cast-on stitch, but you're doing a threading and unthreading of the needle as you go. So I've just got some yellow perle thread. I've drawn a circle on my fabric with my friction erasable marker, and I've just tied a knot in the end of my perle thread, and I'm going to pop up just near the top of my circle, and then I'm going to poke the needle back in just next to it. And I've got actually a tea towel that I got from the op shop yesterday atop this other mat, because I want somewhere I can actually push my needle into without damaging the table underneath. Once you've got your needle pushed in, you're then going to unthread it. You're going to put your finger underneath and you're going to roll your finger towards yourself so you get a loop, and then you're going to put the loop onto the needle, and you'll keep your thread with the same sort of tension as you do this, so that you get nice little even stitches sliding down onto the needle. So that's 3. I'm going to do 7. The book says do 5. 4, 5. So yeah, I'll do 7, 6. Because I just don't think 5 is going to be quite long enough for the look I want. I want nice little petals on my flower. So there you go. That's with the, I'll just see if I can bring it up to the camera so you can see those loaded onto the needle. At this point, you now need to re-thread your needle. So this is the fun of the game, watching me thread and unthread my needle intentionally as opposed to what usually happens, which is unintentionally. So threaded the needle, and then we're going to pull, try not to catch on my little clasp on the hoop, and then we pull the thread through. Try not to catch the thread on your actual little drizzle stitch. And what you get is a beautiful little petal, if you can see that. Hopefully it's focusing. Now we're going to just keep moving around the circle, so I'm just going to pop up next to that one. And then pop my needle back in just next to where I was. Pull the thread out of the needle, and then do the rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to try and get my needle to stick in a bit better. 5. Oops, still trying to move. Come on, needle, stay where you are. 6 and 7. So that's the sort of the cast on style where you've got those little stitches sitting down there. Then we need to just re-thread our needle again. Oops. Sorry, I'm trying to do this past the camera, which is harder than it should be. Okay, and then you just pull through. Pull. Make sure your tail isn't that long. And then you've got your second little cast on drizzle stitch. And then pop around a bit further around the circle. Pop out. And we basically just keep repeating that procedure. It's a little bit annoying having to keep unthreading and threading, but I quite like the effect, so kind of it's a trade-off, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Get them nice and tightly packed. Re-thread your needle. Pull your needle through, and then there's your next little drizzle stitch. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, come on needle, stay where you are. 5, 6, 7. Okay, and rethread. Pull through. You've got your next one. So as you sort of, tighten it for your next stitch, they just sort of, pull a little bit tighter themselves. Okay, and we'll just angle it in this way, unthread it. 1, just move it a bit so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just make sure they're sitting nicely, which they are. Rethread, and then pull through, and that's the next one done. Pull through there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, don't go out of the fabric. And 7. Okay, rethread. Nope, we didn't get that through, did we? There we go. Pull it through. Let's see if we can get one more before we need to change our thread over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, come on, stay there, needle. 5, 6, and 7. And just straighten them all up. Rethread the needle. Let's just make sure that end. And there you go, that's that one. So I think I'll just tie that off and get a bit more thread. Because we're getting to that point where it's just that little bit trickier. Okay. There we are. Now we'll get next bit. So it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here. Travis and I went for a lovely walk this morning, sort of out of town along the bike and walking path. Yeah, it was a slightly grey morning, but just cleared up to, yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous day. Sunshine, not even cold. So just pop through from the back about here, and then pop back into the fabric just next to that point, unthread my needle, and then make sure my needle's anchored well into the cloth underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then rethread. And then pull that through. There's our next little stitch. Pop up next to it. Pop back down. Make sure it's well anchored into the cloth. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, stay needle, 5, 6, come on needle, behave yourself needle, 6 and 7. Okay, and then pull through. And then we'll do another one here. Okay, 1, 2, oops, let's try not to catch our, let's grab my another needle just to uncapture that one that's got caught in it. There we go, let's just get that one out of the way. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then rethread. And then we pull it through. And so the book suggests we do some additional ones to fill the centre as well, so I'll follow that. Pop it down like that. And then we'll go again. 1, 2, 3, oops, come on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another fun video where you get to hear me counting. Okay. And again, just if they got a bit out of order, just straighten them out with your finger just to get them looking the way you want them to. This one just ended up a bit twisted and with a slightly longer spot between some of them. But I think that's pretty good now. And then make sure you thread before you push through, otherwise you'll lose all your cast on stitches. Okay. Let's do a few more and then we will be done. One, two, three, four, five. Just move myself up a bit. 6, 7. Oops, come on, needle. Okay, and then pull through. Maybe just one more, I think will do us. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. So the boys are up having a ski today. I just saw a message come through on the phone that they're having a good day up there. So that's excellent. Do we think we need one more in the centre? Maybe one more. Maybe one to just fill up this little space here. Let's just angle it down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make sure you're not catching when you're in this sort of centre area. 4, 5, 6, 7. And rethread. Pull through. And maybe one, I still want it to be a bit fuller in the centre, so I think there might still be 2 more to do actually, just so we have a really full flower. So I was lucky enough to learn to ski in Japan with the most soft, fluffy, gorgeous snowy conditions. And it spoilt me for skiing in Australia, where it tends to be a lot icier and not the same sort of snow. So I've only ever skied in Japan, and I only learnt to ski quite late in life, only a few years ago. So I only ski in Japan. That makes me sound very spoiled, which means I don't ski very often. 6, 7. But it was a great place to learn because it didn't hurt when you fell over. And all the lovely food and culture and everything else that went with it as well. It was in the onsens, the hot natural springs where you go and bathe after you've had a day of skiing, or in my case, a morning of skiing was plenty enough skiing for me. So I would happily tour around the onsens and enjoy the relaxation. You're going totally stark naked. So for those of us that are kind of used to Western style culture, it is a little bit different, but you get used to it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Sorry, it's been a bit of a longer one today, folks, but I suppose you can tune out because I haven't really been doing anything different since the start. But for those of us that like a chat, it's probably a good thing. So I'm pretty happy now. That's nice and bobbly flower. Got nice texture, not any gaps showing in it. So I'll just pop my needle at the back and I'll finish that off in a moment. But I'll just give you a little look. I'll just zhuzh up my flower, get my petals where I want them to be showing. But yeah, that's fun. Be great for coral or something as well. It's just a really cute little stitch, really nice and textural elements. Takes a bit of time to get a little clump, but yeah, definitely worth it. So that is Drizzle, which is a Brazilian embroidery stitch. So take care, folks, and I will see you soon. Bye.